Good day there. Don't worry about the TV. It's alright. I'm gonna try to be under 5 minutes taking over your TV like this. In a couple of hours, our president, the president, Mr. Obama, you can call him a clone if you want to. You can call him a host if you want to. Doesn't matter. He's standing in the place of the man that makes decisions or half-ass makes decisions for our government, our lives, basically. He's going to make a speech. He's going to come to Texas here, and he's going to talk. He's going to talk about a lot of stuff. He might miss a couple of things that's really needed to talk about. Matter of fact, he is going to do that because it's not on his agenda. It's not on their agenda. I'm going to talk to you myself. I'm going to talk about uninformed, uniformed officers. That means that, this guy that he's arresting or tackling, or this girl has a problem, medical condition, and they don't care. I'm going to talk to you about government, religion, race, mankind, humanity, and I'm going to talk to you about Malcolm versus Martin Luther King. That is the peacemakers versus those who say, hey, we down for war, let's go. Segregated versus integrated. The ones who want segregation, integration, Peace and love, war and hatred. I'm going to talk to you about black versus black. Excuses that we look for to excuse what they do with what we do. I'm going to talk to you about injustice, corruption, whole system of failure. That whites get caught in the injustice also. If you remember, there was a couple of whites that got caught up in the unjust system by the police, corrupt police also. Well, the system is corrupt. You're going to have a malfunction every now and then. Some of them are not going to be heard of, but some of them will. We're not here to just talk about whites, because it's not what I talk about. It was time to reload the system and override it, perhaps. That's the riots and all that. But if we override the system, we have to override the government. Remember that. We're going to talk about the Triple K leading into the police, going into NAACP, which was all system background, whose background has whites along it, white supremacists especially, and its flag along with America. Just look some of what I'm saying up. Okay, I know you don't believe it. I know you don't want to hear it. We're going to talk about the gang history, which was self-policing communities, which turned bad, and actually, even Black Panthers was infiltrated. Mr. Newton, his Black Panther crew was even infiltrated. I'm going to talk about racist versus prejudice. And the funny thing about us blacks not wanting to accept the fact that we're prejudiced and not say it. I've only met one black so far who say that, hey, I'm racist. In the black empowerment community. And these will all be separate videos though. I'm going to try to get it done at the library as I can. Got a lot of flack. But some of it people need to hear. Talk about reparations that we want, that we're pushing for, without power, ownership of anything, not even counting as a people. We're not counting as people of importance. We don't have a voice, but we want reparation. You count Indian as a, not just a race, but a community. We just say that. We're not actually counting. We count whites, group, community. We're going to talk about black cops versus the black community, whites who are for and about justice and those who are not, I'm sorry. We're going to talk about those who don't speak against it, the whites that don't speak against it in in fear or respect for what is being taught, even though they know it's wrong. That's the system I'm talking about. I don't believe, we're going to talk about the beliefs in the Illuminati sacrifices. But still, even though I'm not really going to go deep into that, my other videos talk about that. Even though there's that belief in the Illuminati system, I'm sorry, I gotta say it slow. You guys understand that there's still a cancer in America because this government was built by slaves, blood, sacrifices on another race, from another race. So let's be real about it, okay? Know that religion, we're going to talk about religion. That was one of the first things that'll cover this part too. We're going to talk about the system that needs a transplant. It's the government. Did you know that we don't even own our own banks here in America? Yeah, they're owned overseas. Right. Rockaware, right? Now, do you know that that stands for Rockefeller, which is look that name up. Look that name up. You want to talk about the concern over cows being slaughtered, shrimp being the roaches of the sea, chitterlings being something. I forgot what the problem was there. But you're not talking about altered food, GMOs. You're not talking about that. I'm not talking about that at all. We have no idea that the Wildlife Federation, as well as other, wildlife conservators, are corrupt, using your money for everything else, just as it was revealed that these preachers on TV are using your money for something else a long time ago. Hey, don't get scared. Don't back out now. Keep on sending your money. You're doing it faithfully. You're being doing it. Go ahead and do it. It's on you. Did you know that they're making holograms? Yeah, they showed holograms 2 or 3 times that they were able to make holograms. First of all, they showed it in the form of, oh my God, what is his name? Elvis. And then they showed it recently, in the 90s with Tupac. YouTube videos, and they're showing you how you can make holograms from your iPhone, as well as you need a protector and a starter kit for that. But you can basically make a life-size alien or whatever, make it look like it's coming down from the actual sky and stuff. Did you know that they're going to be doing stuff like that? Did you know that they had climate control machines? Did you know that you don't believe half the stuff I'm saying, but it's true? Did you know that I just wasted 9 minutes on you, talking to you, explaining to you what my YouTube videos are about, but you're not even going to check them out? Did you know I know that? Did you know that I'm going to be putting these videos together while Obama's delivering his speech, and he's going to talk about the blue lives, which is important, but when you have a certain, just one race of people who are dying out to hell with all the rest of the shit, you need to be concerned about that one. Let's see what we can do to stop this from happening. Prevention. An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. Okay? So let's see what we can do to prevent this set of people from feeling threatened, from getting killed or whatever. That way we won't have the outcome. Everything's cause and effect, as I teach my kids. We won't have the effect of police dying, and we won't have to say they need to make it home to their families and deserve that. We won't have to say that. All lives matter. We won't have to say that. We won't have to go through that. We shouldn't have to defend ourselves. We shouldn't have to feel threatened on this show called The Preachers. So I was sharing a moment to where he felt threatened by the police and took his wife to get the policeman to, calm down. He shouldn't have had to go through that. Why did he feel like he had to say that? That's unjust. That's corruption. You shouldn't, no. But let me go ahead and finish my chicken strips, and you enjoy your day while I'm preparing everything. It'll take a couple of weeks, and weeks is actually what I don't have because I'm going through some stuff too, to where I won't even be, I'm not going to be able to broadcast a lot anymore.